everyone, I am Karen Marsigirl, and together with my groupmates, we'll be reporting on the motor skills development and physical literacy. So let us first start by defining the terms. So, motor skills development. Motor skills development are the growth in the ability of children to use their bodies and physical skills. This is divided into two, which is the gross motor skills and the fine motor skills. When we say gross motor skills, this pertains to skills involving large muscle movements such as independent sitting, crawling, walking, or running, while the fine motor skills involve use of smaller muscles such as grasping, object manipulation, or drawing. The next term is physical literacy. So, physical literacy is the ability to move with competence and confidence in a wide variety of physical activities. So, this involves coordination, balance, and control, allowing individuals to participate in sports, exercise, and daily movements with ease. Developing physical literacy helps build lifelong healthy habits and an active lifestyle. So, these two terms, the motor skills development and physical literacy, are crucial in PE for building confidence, competence, and motivation in physical activities. They lay the foundation for active lifestyle and overall well being. Now, let's proceed to the fundamental motor skills. So, this has three types, and first, we'll talk on the locomotor skills. So, locomotor skills refers to the movement of the body from one place to another. This could include running, jumping, hopping, skipping, leaping, or sliding. So, for an example, activity for the elementary graders would be the Simon Says. So, the teacher could command the students, which will involve movements like hop on one foot or move 5 steps away from your children. Next is the non-locomotor skills. So non-locomotor skills are movements performed without moving from place to place, such as stretching, twisting, bending, balancing, or swaying. An example activity for the elementary graders could be the freeze dance, wherein the teacher plays a music and have the students dance only using non-locomotor movements like twisting or swaying. And as the music stops, they will freeze in place. And the last fundamental motor skills would be the manipulative skills, which refers to handling objects with hands, feet, or other body parts. Examples include throwing, catching, kicking, striking, or dribbling. A very common game for the elementary graders would be the hot potato. I don't know if you have played that, but I did, wherein us the players will need to pass the ball around in a circle to develop for us to develop a quick reaction skills. And so that ends my part, and to discuss on the physical literacy and its components will be Miss Trisha Faith Elliott.
Good day, everyone. Today we'll tackle about physical literacy and its components. So, what is physical literacy? Physical literacy is the ability to move with competence and confidence in a wide variety of physical activities in multiple environments that benefit the healthy development of the whole person. So, physical literacy is more than just knowing how to run fast or play soccer well. It's about learning how to move your body confidently in all kinds of situations. Whether you are playing a sports, swimming, riding a bike, climbing a tree, or just playing games with your friends. Physical literacy is the motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge, and understanding to value and take responsibility for engagement in physical activities for life. This is according to the International Physical Literacy Association. So, it is about learning to enjoy movement, building the confidence to try new activities, and understanding why physical activity is important. So, physical literacy basically means that you have the skills to move your body in different ways, you feel confident that you can try new activities, and you are motivated that you actually want to join in and have fun being active. So, physical literacy has its components. First is confidence. So, this refers to how capable and self assured a person feels in their ability to engage in physical activity. So, it's about believing that you can do it. So, confidence is about believing in yourself. It is when you feel sure that you can try a new activity, even if you're not perfect at it. So, when you feel confident, you're more willing to try new sports or games, join PE class without worrying about being embarrassed. Keep going even if something is challenging. So, for example, for that is a child who learns how to swim and receive positive reinforcement feels confident in their swimming abilities and is likely to try water sports in the future. Next is competence. So, competence, this is about developing fundamental movement skills such as running, jumping, throwing, catching, and balancing. So these skills form the foundations for participating in a wide variety of sports, games, and activities. So competence means that you actually have the skills you need to move well and take part in different activities. These are called fundamental movement skills. They're building blocks for all sports and games. So, for example, is that running. So, it is for games like tag, soccer, or basketball. Jumping is for skipping rope or gymnastics or athletics. Throwing and catching, it is for cricket, baseball, or dodgeball. Balancing, for activities like riding a bike or skating. So why does competence matters? So when you have good movement skills, you can actually play more games and sports. You feel in control of your body and enjoy being active instead of feeling frustrated that you can't do it. For example, if a person can confidently throw and catch a ball, they'll be more willing to join games like baseball, cricket, or volleyball, or any sports at all. Lastly, motivation. Motivation is the inner drive to engage in physical activity. It can be intrinsic or enjoying the activity itself, or extrinsic with rewards or recognition. So, motivation is that inner sparks that makes you want to move. Sometimes you're motivated because of the activity itself, because it's fun, like dancing to your favorite songs, while other times you might want to join because you could win a prize or get a reward from your coach or your parents. So, means intrinsic motivation, you enjoy the activity because it's fun, while intrinsic motivation, you want to win a prize or make someone proud. So, why does motivation matters? So, without motivation, even if you have the skills, you might not want to join in. With motivation, you're excited to move, try, and keep improving, and that helps you build even more skills and confidence. So, for example, in terms of encouragement, when parents join in on activities or praise kids' effort, kids are more likely to stay active. For example, in rewards or recognition, stickers, certificates, or players of the game or player of the day, awards can boost excitement to participate. So, physical literacy isn't just about sport teams or PE class. It is for life. So, whether you want to hike, dance, surf, or play a new sport, being physically literate helps you say, I can do this and actually enjoy it. The more you practice, the more you feel better, and the more fun you'll have staying active and healthy. Thank you.
Stages of motor skill development. So motor development is it is a development that begins with simple movement as an infant which build upon one another and progress through childhood and adolescence. So there are three stages of motor development. First is early childhood, second one is the middle childhood, and the third one is the late childhood. So first is the early childhood. So early childhood motor skills development refers to the process where young children acquire the ability to control their body movements, including both large muscles movements or gross motor skills like walking, running, and smaller muscle movement or fine motor skills like grasping objects or using utensils. So for this one, which primarily occurs during infancy, so and early childhood years, with the most rapid development happening in the first few years of life. So here's some example of the motor skills development of the early childhood. So we have here the three: infancy, toddlerhood, preschool. So let's start with the infancy. So in infancy, the motor skills development they have is, for example, baby. Baby, they can be able to lift their head, so that's a part of a motor skills development. They can also rolling over, so they can roll over. So it's motor skills development, and if the baby as well can start crawling, so that's a sign that there is a motor skills development of the baby. Next is the toddlerhood. So in toddlerhood, 1 to 2 years old, they can be able to walk independently, and also they can be able to can kick a ball. During preschool years, they know like some basic motor skills development, so they can run, jumping, and so on. In middle childhood, there's a significant improvements occur in both gross and fine motor skills. So with children demonstrating better coordination, agility, and refined movements. And also, they are more coordinated and skilled in activities like climbing, swimming, and riding bikes. Next is the late childhood. So this ages 12 plus years. So in late childhood, it is the movements in late childhood becomes more controlled, more efficient, and increasingly complex. Children during this period move with considerable agility. They became quite proficient and handedness, balancing locomotion and manipulative abilities. So for this one, late childhood segment. So in the late childhood, it's more on we have the specialized movements or development like for example in sports, if we are good on sports like sports that more complex like basketball, so that's a sign of the motor skills development. So here's some examples of the late childhood motor skills. So 12 plus years. So it can be developed through sports, include like soccer, swimming, gymnastic, dancing, material arts, basketball, volleyball, so and all of which involve advanced hand-eye coordination, agility, balance, quick reflexes, and precise movements.
And now, let's talk about strategies for developing motor skills in elementary learners. So the question is it important to learn strategies for developing motor skills in elementary learners as a future elementary teachers? Yes, because developing motor skills in elementary students is important for their physical development, coordination, and overall well-being. Here are some effective strategies to help foster motor skills in elementary learners. So the first is to incorporate play-based activities like free play. So as a teacher, we should encourage them to play like tag, hide and seek, or even running games because this helps children develop their basic motor skills such as running, jumping, and dodging. And for the second one is as a teacher, we should also target their fine motor skills through creative activities like arts and crafts. So we should encourage them to do activities like cutting, drawing, and pasting because it can help improve their fine motor control. Also, building blocks like toys like Legos, puzzle pieces, or construction toys. It can also help to improve their hand-eye coordination and dexterity. Next is the structured physical education classes. So it is a skill building drills, which is we will incorporate drills and exercises that target specific motor skills such as jumping rope for coordination or running drills for speed and agility. Next is balance and coordination activities. For example of this is dancing. We should encourage them to do a simple dance movements or choreograph routines like because dancing improves rhythm and balance coordination. Lastly is use of equipment. As a teacher, we should also provide equipments like scooters and hula hoops so that they can use it and can help their coordination, balance, and overall fitness of the children.
Hey, good day everyone. I'm Ashley T. Lauron and we will be talking about assessing motor skills development. When we say motor skills, these are essential for physical development and daily activities. And when we say proper assessment, it helps track progress and identify areas for improvement. So, in overall, assessing motor skills development is essential for understanding how individuals progress in their physical abilities. So, there are three methods of assessing motor skills development. These are observation checklist, skill test, self and peer assessment. So, let's tackle it one by one. So, observation checklist is all about or it is used to track and evaluate fundamental movement skills or FMS like discussed earlier, like running, jumping, throwing, or balancing. These checklists allow for systematic monitoring of a child's or individual's physical development. Example of this is when our PE3 teacher asks us to demonstrate different harness movement and then later on he checks off items that are demonstrated correctly or poorly. So this provides an overall picture of skill development over time. So that is observation checklist. The second one is skill test. Skill tests are designed to measure how well a person can perform certain physical tasks. These could include tests for coordination, strength, speed, or agility, useful for setting benchmarks and tracking improvement. Example of this is a 20-meter sprint to measure speed and a standing long jump to assess leg power. And the last one is the self and peer assessment. So these assessments involve individuals reflecting on their own performance and providing feedback to their peers. These encourage self-awareness and helps individual take ownership of their own development or it promotes accountability and also engagement. It also encourages a supportive learning environment. So example of this is a student use a rubric to rate their own dribbling skills in basketball, then provide feedback to their partner. So those methods mentioned provide a holistic approach to assessing motor skills development, offering value insights into a person's strength and areas for growth, and it helps individual improve their movement skills effectively. So that's all for our report. Thank you.